moving that because I don't need notes. I'm moving it because I can't read without glasses. I hate wearing glasses. So I guess this is what it is. Tonight, my granddaughter is at the high school. She will be starting in September. She is there telling them what she wants to be when she grows up so that they can help her to pick appropriate courses. I would love to be there tonight because I can't imagine how a 13-year-old would go about doing this. I have to tell you, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So, Madam Toastmaster, our most welcome guests, and my fellow Toastmasters. It's not that I don't have a marketable skill that I can support myself with. It's just that I think your life work should have something to do with a passion for a subject. Now, when I was quite a lot younger, I thought I wanted to be a teacher. This seemed like a good idea. But I had a lot of friends and family who said to me, oh, teachers are very underappreciated. You probably wouldn't want to do that. So I didn't follow my passion. I tried to do what was practical. Now, in my life in IT for several decades, from time to time, I taught courses, technical courses, usually for clients. And my colleagues were always quite complimentary about the fact that I took difficult things and could explain them to people in simple terms. I could help people figure out where their stumbling block was and move that obstacle to their learning. But the corporate ladder is set up with education at the bottom and management at the top, and I thought it was much more prudent to climb the ladder. Now, I have had some experiences in my life with things that I really was intrigued with and didn't follow those passions. The best course that I ever took at university, in fact, the best course I ever took anywhere, hands down, was in historical linguistics. Now that's a real head scratcher. I took this course because I had to take a course outside of my major that was either a social science or a classics course. And also it was on a Tuesday night, which is pretty much a wasted night. The professor, who was of a certain age, and a lot of the kids made fun of him, was absolutely passionate about linguistics. He had devoted his life to the study of linguistics, and he was going to try to take his whole life's work and condense it into a 13-week course. And I have to tell you, he did a darn good job. I mean, do you know how all your different speech organs cooperate to make the various sounds that you need when you're speaking? Do you know what speech is? Or what language is, for that matter? And do you know that it's really essential that infants, from the time they're born, maybe even before that, be exposed to verbal communications? Because without this, their brains do not develop normally. This is because when all of us think, we think in terms of words. We think in terms of speech and language. All of our thoughts we verbalize in our heads. Now, okay, so my concession to my fascination with linguistics is that if there's reincarnation, I'm coming back as an Italian linguist. No two ways about it. But I've had other inspiring people who I've met too. Many years ago in Arizona, I went to the Frank Lloyd Wright School of Architecture at their winter campus just outside Phoenix. And this delightful lady who was well into her 80s took me and a group of visitors on a tour through the school. 2-hour tour of the campus, several buildings. She talked about the man himself. She talked about architecture. She talked about light, which is one of the really important things in architecture, I now know. And suddenly, by the end of that 2 hours, I thought, wow, how could anyone go through life and not take a course in architecture? This is incredible. So I spent a good month trying to figure out how to tell my husband that I felt I needed to go to Arizona and study architecture, at least for 1 semester or possibly 2. So architecture, this woman's passion was just infectious, and I tend to catch these diseases very easily. As I'm getting older, things are not improving in the least. I was at a seminar this fall, and the keynote speaker, some of you may have heard of him, was Dr. Bill Strickland. Now, he is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he has a method and a philosophy from his own personal experience that he has developed to help underprivileged, poor kids find their way in life. The first school he started several decades ago, and he not only transformed the students' lives, but he changed their whole family's life, and he indeed just revolutionized the community. By the time he finished speaking, I had tears in my eyes. He has gone all through the United States and set up these schools in various places. He has been given special awards by the last 3 presidents of the United States. He is surely an inspiring person. And he was in Toronto to speak to this group because he has plans to build 2 schools in Toronto. And I just kept thinking to myself, wouldn't this be so much better than being a Walmart greeter? So I don't know what the answer is. I don't know how you make this plan. I don't know how you decide what you want to be. I guess it's that old saying that life is a journey, not a destination. So you should make your plan, I guess you should follow it. But every time you come to a fork in the road, you have to stop and reevaluate and perhaps just tweak your plan a little. So I can't tell you what I'm ever going to be, but if I find out, I promise I'll let you know.